A very blessed and happy Maundy Thursday to you. This whole week of Holy Week, we have been living from Palm Sunday to today and to tomorrow, Good Friday, trying to capture the moments of the week that Jesus spent before his crucifixion, his death, and his resurrection. So today, as we lean into these passages, this day is often called Maundy Thursday because it's this last moment that Jesus has where he gives a final commandment, a mandate to his disciples. And in a moment, I'll read that from John. But to the best that we know, this mandate in this last moment comes also at the thing we call the Last Supper, the last time that he gathers with just his 12 before he is arrested. So as we live into today and into this moment, I'd invite you to reflect as we listen and as we go through these passages. Where have you encountered Jesus in this week? Look for him in these passages. Where does he encounter you as we read? Might be kind of hard on all of our devices and apps, but I'd invite you to slow down, to listen, and to look for Jesus, to look for him as we read this together. We're going to start in the book of Luke, chapter 22. Then came the day of unleavened bread, on which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. Jesus sent Peter and John, saying, "Go and make preparations for us to eat the Passover." "Where do you want us to prepare for it?" they asked. He replied, "As you enter the city, a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him to the house that he enters, and say to the owner of the house, 'The teacher asks, where is the guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples?' He will show you a large room upstairs, all furnished. Make preparations there." They left and found things just as Jesus had told them. So they prepared the Passover. When the hour came, Jesus and the apostles reclined at the table. And he said to them, "I have eagerly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I tell you, I will not eat it again until it finds fulfillment in the kingdom of God." After taking the cup, he gave thanks and said, "Take this and divide it among you. For I tell you, I will not drink again from the fruit of the vine until God's kingdom comes." And he took the bread, and gave thanks, and broke it, and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, after supper, he took the cup, saying, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. But the hand of him who is going to betray me is with mine on the table. The Son of Man will go as it has been decreed, but woe to that man who betrays him." They began to question among themselves which of them it might be who would do this. John chapter 13. When Judas had gone, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man is glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will glorify the Son in himself, and will glorify him at once. My children, I will be with you only a little longer. You will look for me, and just as I told the Jews, so I now tell you, where I am going, you cannot come. A new commandment I give you: love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." The word of the Lord.